Today on Moe's Toy Room, we are doing a throwback. And from Mcfarlane Toys, here comes the 1994 movie Maniacs Species 2. It's Patrick. Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Moe's Toy Room, come from my room to yours. And today we're doing something a little different. We are doing a throwback. Yes, for all the way from 1994, here comes some early Mcfarlane toys from the movie Maniacs line, from the hit movie Species 2, a very demented sci-fi movie with aliens that it's just out of this world. But anyway, here comes Patrick. This figure is larger than a lot of other movie Maniacs in the line. And yeah, we recently picked this thing up over at Comic and Figure Addicts at one of their big sales that they had. We got it for 30% off, and we walked out the store with it for $14. I believe it was like $14 and some change. But anyway, it's a beautiful piece still for its age, but the package, you could tell, has seen better days. But we didn't get it for that. We got it for what's inside the figure. You can see Patrick kicking back behind his window, Payne locked in his plastic prison, as he has finally made it here to Moe's Toy Room amongst a lot of other horror movie genre that we have here. I did not have this figure, so I jumped all over it. But what Mcfarlane does back in his day, what he would include in the back of these movie Maniac lines, a like skull looking like advertisement scene, like stand-up that would stand behind the figures. You will see more of that, and it will have a picture on there from the actual movie, like the movie poster is inside of it, and then you see Patrick right there. And then you also get like some like a little like advertisement inside there, like a little booklet. Mcfarlane Toys, it's not an attitude, it's right underneath his feet. Yeah, you can see that. And then we're going to turn this thing around. Look at the size of this bubble. Look at that. And that bubble is like mint, but it's just, you know, just old. But the package is definitely not mint. All right, so here you can see the back of the package right there. Let me see if I can flip a light on this thing if you don't get too much of a glare. But yeah, you can see it has Freddy on there at the top. It has Leatherface, E from Species 2. It also has Patrick. It has a Jason Voorhees, has some Spawn, some medieval Spawn going on, and some Psycho Circus down there on this advertisement. And also it's advertising Kiss and the old collectors club that Mcfarlane used to have. So, all right, folks, so let's take this beauty out of the package and see what it got. All right, folks, now that we have Patrick out of the package, he is not going to stand straight up on his own. But yeah, if you want a kind of like a glance as to how big this figure kind of is, we'll do it like this. So I'll stretch him out, and then we'll go from this backbone all the way to the front, to the very tip of his finger right there. We're looking at 11 inches. So he's fairly large, about 28 centimeters from that backbone right here to the very front. And this is pretty much how they have him posed on the back of the package. So as far as him standing up on his own, it's not going to happen. This thing barely has any articulation. Feels like it's going to break, but I will show you his face. You can see that, how that looks there. He has some kind of like some dreads, kind of like the Predator ones a little bit. And his head does tend to move. You have some paint chips that are coming off on that. So you can get his head to go down. You can get it to look up. Yeah, so this is going to be a different kind of look. There is no articulation in the arms, nor in the knees or the feet or anything. The only other articulation is you could get the arms to go up and around if you wanted to. Both arms do that. They're very stiff. There's no elbow joints or anything quite like that. No joints at the knees or anything, but the legs do go up and around. And that's pretty much about it for our Patrick. And he does have articulation only at the wrist for up and down right there. You can see that. Yeah, that's about all he has. So you can see that. Show you this spine, how he looks. Not bad, not a bad little figure for its time, 1994. These are some of the innovators for some of the horror movie figures that we are getting nowadays. So I figured, you know what, why not put this in? Because you can still find this guy very inexpensive. So there's no like even jaw articulation. And, you know, he comes with the figure Eve. And I remember back in the day when I seen this, I'm like, yeah, I really don't care for that too much when they first came out. And I just wanted the Jason and the Freddy and the Leatherface and the Michael Myers. So I went ahead and bought those and kept those for over time. But during a lot of the missed time, I have picked up like Candyman, I've picked up Wishmaster, and also I picked up the Pumpkinhead when it first came out because that was a very hot item. And yeah, you could see that right there. Here is the Species 2 artwork right there on that poster art, and you can see on that backdrop right there, it has skulls and just spines and everything else. This is how we used to get them. This is how McFarlane was. Very much innovative for his time, skulls sticking out. He don't do nothing like this anymore due to the fact of cost. But back in the day, we used to get stuff like that. And it was really nice. It's hollowed out through there. So it's a nice display piece to put in, you know, your Patrick or whatever movie maniac you have. I have all the rest of my other ones put away. So, but yeah, I think it's overall a good little start for this throwback. So here's how he looks size-wise compared to a NECA Predator and also an original Movie Maniacs Pumpkinhead. So this is one of my favorite Movie Maniacs right here. I absolutely love this figure because I feel like it was ahead of its time. It has a bendy tail and everything else. And it's not all just like cheap plastic the way that they made this one. This one was made very high quality. And I absolutely love this figure. And if you guys can pick one of these pumpkin heads up for a good price, I suggest you do it. Old or OG Movie Maniac right here. If you could get one for a good price, do it. I would like to get another one and just leave it in the package due to the fact that I'm a huge fan of Pumpkinhead. But also here you have Predator. An up-to-date model right here, and you know, I know he's a little dusty. I got to get to dusting these guys, and all you collectors know, yeah, it's a project. It's like a 2-day thing, right? Just to dust my backdrop right there. It's not even all my toys, but he looks pretty damn good. All right, folks, so I will show you his undercarriage right there. You can see that on how he looks. But all in all, what do you guys think? Would you like to see more of this coming to Moe's Toy Room? I plan on showing a lot more vintage stuff in the future from Star Wars, old original Star Wars, 78 through 85 only. I will also see if I show you some 1995 through 1997 Power of the Force for Star Wars because I have quite a bit of it. And also I plan on showing you a lot of monsters from that era, and I even want to show off my $6 million man who's near complete right now. And a few other things that are coming to this channel. I have also vintage toys here, folks. Believe it or not, I have been collecting for decades. So I want to bring some of that to life. And I want to thank the people over at Comic and Figure Addicts for hooking me up with this one at a very good price. And they had a really good talk with me that day and said, hey, why don't you put some vintage on your channel? We would love to see it. And I'm like, you know, that's a pretty good damn idea. My wife was with me and she's like, I've been telling them and I've been telling them. And all right, folks, you want some more vintage? Leave it in the comments or just, you know, inbox me, DM me, whatever it is. And there you have it. Our first vintage OG style of video that came to Moe's Toy Room. So I'm going to call it a throwback video. I'll plan on doing one every single week. And so from Moe's Toy Room to yours, everyone, like, comment, share, subscribe. It does help the channel and it helps us grow. Hit that bell for notifications so that way you know when all your videos from here from Moe's Toy Room are uploaded. You will get a notification right away if you hit that notification bell. It's free to use, so you can go ahead and just hit it. Subscribe today. It's all free to use. So yeah, there's no reason as to why you shouldn't subscribe to Moe's Toy Room if this is your kind of thing. So from Moe's Toy Room to yours, everyone, good night.